What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Paddle Addicts. Today, I'm so very excited to bring you my review of the bread and butter Wild Thing. But before we get started, do not forget to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell because I got a special surprise at the end that you are not gonna want to miss out on. First of all, let's get into the specs, guys. As you can see, this is their elongated shape for bread and butter, very similar, if not the same as their Shogun. The paddle length is 16.5 and the width is about 7.375 with a 5.5 inch handle with a grip circumference of 4.3 as well. The swing weight is fairly manageable at 116, as well as the twist weight is kind of low. I'm reading different paddles around 5.9 to 6. The balance point is 24 as well. So fairly standard specs for an elongated shape. Definitely a lot of room for weight setup as well. So yes, the specs are very decent, but the difference between this and the Shogun are pretty immense. I'll get into that later when I talk to you about my playtest, but let's get into the construction. This is a Gen 2 style paddle with foam injected around the walls, as you know, but the difference between this and the Shogun is that the face is actually a 3K carbon fiber weave, as well as they integrated a fiberglass layer within the face layup. So this one is touted, has a little bit more power and pop than the Shogun. So if you're looking for that extra offensive capability from the Shogun, definitely the Wild Thing would be a great alternative to that. Yeah, as far as weight setup, I did not add any weight because I felt like, in my opinion, my model was a little heavier, probably around the 116, 117. So I played it pretty stock, but as you know, just took off the overgrip. It is a little bit thicker grip circumference. So took off the stock grip and put two U-Drippin Pro Tour whites on as usual. But yeah, it feels pretty good. I feel like the maneuverability could be a little bit better, but I mean, it is typical for an elongated shape. Let's get into the Paddle Addicts stat sheet, as I had some thoughts on this paddle. So first and foremost, the offensive capability, the power and pop, I give it a 4 out of 5. The power was decent for a Gen 2 from the baseline. Pop was a little bit more exemplified comparative to the Shogun, I think, because of that fiberglass layer. So, but this definitely has a little bit more power than the Shogun. I feel like I didn't have to swing as hard for drives or serves. Now for a Gen 2 paddle, this definitely hits a little bit harder than the other usuals. I feel like in the kitchen, I was able to backhand flick as well as put away shots pretty easily if I just added a little bit more oomph to it. And like I said, from the driving aspect of it, felt great as far as being a Gen 2 construction paddle. Now the spin, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. This spin is definitely a major upgrade from the Shogun. I feel like that titanium face from the Shogun was good, but this felt a lot better. I was able to shape shots. I was able to do my top spin drives, drips, and drops pretty well. I feel like it just dwelled on the paddle a little bit longer than what I thought it was gonna be, because that fiberglass there, I thought I was just gonna trampoline off, but this has a good amount of dwell time. So if you like to spin, slice, whatever, this would be a great paddle for spin. Now for the sweet spot, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. I feel like without weight, it definitely was kind of mid-tier in a way. But I feel like if I were to add a little bit of weight, my usual 2 grams on 4 and 8 o'clock, I feel like it would definitely help the sweet spot, maybe bump it up a little bit, but for stock, it kind of was mid-tier in a way, but still very good for a Gen 2 paddle. Now for the feel and forgiveness, I rated this as a 3.5 out of 5. I believe that the feel is pretty good. It's not too stiff. It's kind of like right in the middle as far as stiff and plush. It was very pleasant in my opinion as far as ball feeling. Definitely could have done better. I feel that if I were to add weight, the forgiveness would shoot up a little bit higher as far as my rating. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is kind of like a mid-tier paddle as far as forgiveness. It's a great Gen 2 paddle, so very to any other 2 paddle in the market as far as forgiveness. Guys, I feel bread and butter fanatic. If you have used a Shogun in the past, you're gonna love this even more. Wild Thing way more than the Shogun. I feel like the ball was amazing, the power was decent, the pop was good, kitchen definitely good. Gen 2 feeling, you're gonna love the ball feeling face on this paddle. But yeah, suggest this for anybody who do use elongated paddles, who likes bread and butter, who likes that Gen 2 feeling at a great price with great spin. I feel like this paddle would be right up your alley. To save a couple bucks, I believe they run for $179.99 right now, but if you use my code right here, save you some money, get you this amazing paddle. It's a good standard for Gen 2 elongated with fiberglass and a great 3K weave. So check this out. Surprise, guys, it's been one of my pioneers have sent me paddles for Paddle Addicts, and I thank them so much for being on board with the channel. And they just agreed to do a giveaway, guys. Another one, yes. This is gonna be similar to prior giveaway. Like, subscribe, turn on that notification button, as well as below what your funniest pickleball moment was at any time you've been playing. In the description below, there's gonna be a Google Doc for fill out for me to contact you guys if you guys end up winning. I will get this giveaway 1 week from today. So on this, guys, this is an amazing paddle and bread and butter. Amazing company, this is an amazing paddle. It'd be buddy who does like elongated paddles would love to win this. But yeah, and subscribe, guys, because you do not want to miss this giveaway and my so much more paddles and content and more giveaways for you guys. Hope this helped, guys. Good luck to everybody. Thank you again to Aurora and Bread and Butter. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for agreeing with me to do this giveaway to the viewers. But next time, guys, peace.